Hello, everyone. This is Jess from Soul Star Healing and Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Just a little warning before we start. My cat is in naughty mode right now. He just tried to take my chair. He tried to take the dog's crate. He's looking for some attention, so he may be interrupting us or making an appearance at some point. He's in a little bit of a mischievous mood. So we're going to do an Ascended Master guided reading today. Let's see who is guiding this reading for us. This is the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Spirit, may we have one card to let us know who is guiding this reading today. One card, please. Okay. Oh, very cool. Radha. And I hope wherever you are, you're experiencing some spring, because I'm here in New England and literally, it's so cold out. My heat is still coming on. I'm starting to feel hopeless, like we're never going to get warm weather. So I hope you're having nice warm weather and you can open the windows of your house and not need a hat and gloves and your North Face coat when you go outside, because I'm still there right now and I'm not happy about it. Okay, let's see what Radha has to say. And this is Radha Krishna. So Radha and Krishna in the Hindu religion are such an important couple that their name is one name together. They call them Radha Krishna. Okay, so very important feminine energy in Hinduism. Okay, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. The Hindu goddess Radha is the divine feminine counterpart and twin flame of Krishna. She is considered to represent Shakti, the divine feminine and creative spirit of the universal life force. Without the female, the male cannot be created. And for this reason, Shakti is a powerful force that is honored and cherished. Radha is completely devoted to her partner and illustrates the age old adage behind every powerful man is a powerful woman. She is dedicated to supporting all those who seek relationship harmony and healing. At one point, she learned what it was like to be separated from Krishna, and so she can also bring great healing to those suffering the loss of a partner or separation. Okay, so let's see where this goes. There may be some healing involved here and some separation, or some healing that needs to take place. And I think I just said healing. I was trying to remember everything that it just said. Or you may be in some type of very deep influential union right now. Okay, I'm going to start with the Mike Wilcox Tarot and Oracle. These are the major arcanas and the zodiac cards, and this will be the overriding tarot energies of this reading. Okay, Spirit, please give us two cards. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Hierophant and we have the Magician. Okay. So there could be the manifestation with the Magician of trying to manifest a relationship or manifest new patterns and new ways that you and your partner are working together. If there's been some conflict or things to work through, really working on the things that you have at your fingertips available to you right now that can help you and support you in manifesting whatever it is that you're trying to create magic with here. Okay. And this can also represent that, your relationship does have the things in it that you would need to have a solid relationship: emotional connection, communication, some fire, some passion, and material balance, okay? Or maybe those are things you need to work on so you can start manifesting and moving together as a team, all right? Hierophant. This is Mercury, Gemini, and Virgo. Hierophant is Taurus, okay? So this can be a marriage card, okay? So it does represent that sometimes. So maybe that's what you're trying to manifest, create some type of solid relationship here that you feel like will turn into something very long term, like a marriage, okay? The Hierophant here is to help us cultivate our traditions and our values and our spiritual components that help us create positive energy around our earthly experiences, okay? He's here to help us raise our vibration in the earthly realms, okay? This card is ruled by Taurus. So a lot of the things that the Hierophant represents, even though he's a spiritual figure, have to do with how we are working with that on earth. Okay. He's not about being connected to our intuition. He's not about being connected to the angels and God and all of that. He is, but he's here to teach us how to do that as somebody that lives on earth. Okay. So he's our support system for that. So, with that said, there may be somebody around that has some experience and knowledge and wisdom that can help you with this manifestation. Okay. I'm going to start with the Tarot of the Divine, and I'm going to take 3 cards for that. And let me move this card a little bit so you're not getting so much of a glare on it. I don't know if I can. I have to have a light on because it's so gloomy. Lights on, I have heat on, I have a sweater on, I have a hat on, all these things on. Okay. Spirit, may we have 3 cards of guidance? One more card of guidance, please, Spirit. Okay. I will tell you what all of these cards are as we move forward, but just a quick note, all major arcanas here. Okay. This is the Star Maiden Tarot, and I'm going to grab 3 more cards from this deck. And if you are, this is a collective reading, it won't resonate with everyone, but if you are having some type of, relationship struggles and balancing that you're working on, the oracle that I'm going to use at the end is the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. It is such an amazing oracle. I absolutely love it. And it tends to be extremely spot on. I did 3 private readings at my house yesterday, and I used this oracle, and every single one of them totally tied the entire reading together. So if this reading is resonating with you, I absolutely recommend you wait and see what comes out in that Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, because it's like very connected. Okay, 3 cards of guidance, please, Spirit. Okay. Okay. We do have another major arcana in this row. And this deck does not have an actual name. I purchased it on Etsy and it just says Modern Tarot Deck. It is not modern; it's all folk art. So if you are interested in this tarot deck for yourself, you can either comment or contact me through my email, and I can send you a link for it. Okay, Spirit, 3 cards of guidance, please. Okay, this looks really good. Okay, we have another major here. So out of 9 cards on the table, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. Okay, big, big energy. So we start again with another magician. Okay, so somebody, you or the other person, or both of you, is really in manifestation mode. Okay, I don't have the 2 of Cups or the Lovers out here. This may not be a romantic relationship, but with Radha here and the significance of Radha and Krishna's relationship, very much, very likely that it is. Okay, but this could be a friendship or something else. But let's keep going. So, manifestation, really trying to get things to the point where it's in this super, super, super high energy of magic. Okay. Creating magical energy. Very, again, this is a Mercury card, Gemini and Virgo. So lots of communication involved in that. The magician is very connected to the earth and working with the elements of the earth, and very connected to the ether and working in the high vibration of the spiritual realm. Very balanced energy. Okay. So again, with everything here, it looks like you're very supported. So it looks like you are definitely, whatever you're working on is going to work out for you. Okay. Whatever you're manifesting. Spirit's asking you to take a pause. Before you keep manifesting, we have the Hanged Man. There's something, this is Pisces, you need to change your perspective on before you move forward. Okay. Take a time out, sit in suspension, really get into thinking everything through. There's something that may need some tweaking. Okay, not in a bad way, just maybe it's being approached the wrong way. So it's creating a little conflict for you or a little resistance. But there's definitely, in this change of perspective, it seems like it really gets the energy going for you. So still be goal oriented and in manifestation mode, but take a little pause, take a little break, because there's something that spirit's saying you haven't seen yet. And the only way that it's going to become crystal clear to you is if you take a time out, and it's going to enlighten you, right? This halo around his head. And as I just said, very, very like important, it just jumped out to me with complete clarity. This magician works from the head, the crown chakra, with the ether, and is connected to the earth through the root chakra and the earth star chakra, the lower chakras. When you change your perspective, now your crown chakra is at the earth, and your root chakra and your earth star chakra are up in the ether. Okay. So there might be some type of expectation you have that you need to bring down to earth. Okay. Just seeing that, just pointing that out. Something you need to change your perspective on because it's not quite grounded enough. All right. Maybe your head's in the clouds a little bit too much. And spirit wants you, not that you have bad expectations, but sometimes we need to ground ourselves and bring those expectations down to earth. Okay. But here we have 4 of Wands. Now, is this the expectation? Perhaps. Okay. Four of Wands, that celebration, that place in on our journey that we get to stop at the midpoint and celebrate. Okay. Now, this can be a marriage card. It's a mirroring of energy. It's also a law of attraction card. Okay. So make sure that whatever it is that this is a 4, it's not a 10. So on our journey, we get to stop here. With this being, like I said, can be a marriage card or an engagement card. Okay. Just be sure that as you're planning all of this, you're not keeping your head in the clouds. Ground your thoughts. Okay. Because here's the most important thing about this card, it's not a 10, like I said. So it's great to get what you want in the short term, but you still have a long path to go. Which 10 do you want at the end of this 4 of Wands? Do you want a 10 of Wands or a 10 of Swords? Or do you want a 10 of Cups or a 10 of Pentacles? Okay, because the 10 of Pentacles is building a legacy with somebody. The 10 of Cups is the happily ever after. The 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands is being burdened and overwhelmed, okay, and working very hard and not getting rewards. And the 10 of Swords is the card with the person with all the swords in their back who's just defeated, okay? So whatever it is that you're manifesting, and while you're taking a moment to step back, enjoy the celebration here, but don't forget, it's not the end, and you need to plan for the future as well. All right? There's a tower moment here. I love the tower. So perhaps some of your expectations are a little unrealistic. Okay? It looks like the universe is going to come in and set you straight a little bit. Okay? Because something potentially is not going to be built on a solid foundation. So the universe comes in and cracks open that crown chakra, right? And we're talking about the crown chakra in both of these cards. That's their connection. That's how they connect to either the ether or these grounded thoughts or these up in the air thoughts, right? Unrealistic, possibly. The universe cracks you right in the noggin and says, nope, anything that is not moving you on the path that is for your greatest, highest good has got to go. Okay? The universe is going to, especially if you don't do the work here. If you don't take the time out, Spirit is suggesting, and get a very clear idea of what you need to change your perspective or approach on, Spirit's going to come in and do it for you. But here's the thing. It sets you straight on your 4 of Wands, because now you have another 4 of Wands here. Okay? Now you understand the assignment. Okay? That Spirit's telling you with this Hanged Man and this Tower, and it sets you straight and snaps you out. All right? So maybe this 4 of Wands was being, had a little bit of an unrealistic tone. Now you get it. Okay? Now you're like, I'm only moving towards the 10 of Cups, the happily ever after. I'm only moving towards the 10 of Pentacles, my legacy that I build with my partner for my family. Okay? The investment that I make to build a strong, secure family. All right? I love that. Eureka moment. Okay? You got it. The Sun. Everything is absolutely in alignment. Okay? Everything is optimistic. Okay? Everything is blossoming. Everything is radiant. There's just joy and utter happiness. Super, super, super high vibration. Okay? And I believe we have another major arcana card here that is definitely connected to that Hierophant, but there's definitely something about seeking some guidance here, okay, on your path. But Everything is good. Everything is optimistic. Everything is growing. Okay? Joy. Spirit's going to ask you one more time on the journey to take a time out. The Hermit and the Hierophant are definitely, I think, with this Hermit, the advice from Spirit is that you take a time out, really gain some wisdom, maybe a little maturity, okay? And keep approaching the star. Usually the Hermit has a star in his lantern. Don't stop. But when you start getting into all this excitement, sometimes we have a tendency to want to rush stuff, okay? Like people get engaged and they want to get married in 3 months, or, just rush things, move in together before it's really the right time, force things to happen. Slow down, enjoy the process, spend some time with yourself, really gaining some wisdom and appreciation for the process. Okay? Because if you are in this, and I'm just using this as an example, in a place where you're about to get engaged or take the next steps in a relationship, ideally you're not going to do that again. So I work with brides all the time, as I've said before, but you might be new to me. I've been a makeup artist for over 30 years now. And when I left the fashion industry, I went into the wedding industry. And I tell them all the time, slow down, enjoy it. Don't worry about things, okay? As long as you're married at the end of the day, that's all that matters, okay? But try on 10 wedding dresses, try on 15 wedding dresses. Don't get upset if you don't find one right away. Enjoy the process, okay? Because this is all special. It's such a special moment. So don't forget to go back to yourself, okay? I don't care what relationship you are in and how wonderful and perfect it is. You still have to continue to spend time and cultivate your relationship with yourself. All right? Nobody wants a stage 5 Klingon for a husband or a wife, okay? Don't forget about you and in growing, continuing your growth. Page of Swords. This Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the swords are coming out left and right in every reading. So, again, it looks like we have another eureka moment here, okay? Throat chakra, crown chakra, crown chakra, crown chakra, okay? You figure something out. There's something new, an idea, a thought, an understanding that comes to you, and it's crystal clear, okay? It's another form of divine guidance, okay? Spirit is speaking to you. You think you came up with that idea yourself. You did not. Spirit sent you a download to help you on your new path. And if this is moving forward in a very long-term committed, whether it's moving in together, having a baby, getting married, any of those things, Spirit has helped you, and especially after this hermit stage, gain so much clarity, okay? Crystal clear clarity. And now you have this new way of thinking and you're ready to start this new process, okay? Your crystal clear thinking is going to be so powerful that we have the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. You're going to be vibrating so high that everything is just going to come at you effortlessly. All cups filled, you have all of this major optimistic energy around you right now. Absolutely effortless wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, happiness. And she's just standing there doing nothing. It's all just attracted to her because she's raising her vibration and the universe is matching her vibration. So the universe doesn't need to bring you a tower moment to crack that crown chakra open. You got it. You got it. I'm very happy. I love this message. And I don't really, I don't read for love readings. I read what comes out. The fact that this kind of reading came out with the Radha card and the Hierophant, who's the marriage and relationship card, the Magician came out twice. I don't have any control over this. Spirit is speaking to you right now. Okay? Let's get the cards of advice from Spirit. Spirit, may we have 3 cards of advice. And with the 2 magicians, you are in major manifestation mode. Anything you want to make happen, you will. You just have to keep your focus in the right places and not get ahead of yourself with the excitement and expectations that excitement brings to us. Okay? 3 cards of advice, please, Spirit. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. First card here, 8 of Swords. Stay out of your head and don't overthink things. Okay? Everything is moving in the way it should, especially with this Tower moment. Okay? Don't get in your head about it. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't put the blindfold on and not be in your logical mind. Things are happening. Even if there's a little setback here and there or a moment of unclarity, nothing wrong is happening. Okay? This Tower is here to help. All right? So whatever it is that needs to happen to get you back into a grounded way of thinking, all right? It's here to help you be grounded, not encourage you to be in this or support you to be in this energy, okay, of emotional stress and overanalyzing. It's not there for that. All right? So keep that in mind. If you're going to spend time in your head, you want to spend it in the Hanged Man energy and you want to spend it in the Hermit energy, okay? Because if things seem a little bit out of control, sit down with yourself in a grounded way and think about what's going on. Do you know why it's happening? And what's the worst thing that could happen? And how likely is it to happen? Okay? You're moving towards everything you want. 6 of Swords. You absolutely are. There might be a little turbulence along the way, but it's almost over. The turbulence is almost over. You're through it. Okay? It's all moving in the direction you want, where you can take the swords, the thoughts and the things that you need to use your memory and your brain for and your analyzations for, and take those with you. But there's at least 2 swords here that don't need to be on this boat. Leave those behind. All right? Boom. 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Happily ever after. Trust the process. Let go of control. All right? Everything is going exactly how it's meant to go. So just keep your vibration high, roll with the punches. Nothing here is going to be a catastrophic ending. Okay? You are in very wonderful energy. Okay. I'm going to grab one card from the Bloom Oracle now. I love a good love reading, even though I have a Capricorn moon. Okay. One card of advice, please, Spirit. My Venus is in Leo, though, so that's a little bit less held back from emotion than my Capricorn moon. Are you coming out? Nope. All right. One card of advice, please, Spirit. Sorry, I'm talking and distracting my energy. Okay. One card of advice, please, Spirit. Oops, we got two. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to read this one first. Unfurl. Have you met all of yourself? What's the number on that? 30. Like unfolding fronds of a sleepy fern, unfurl your potential. Whoo, tongue twister. There is magic lurking in in the depths of you that can change the world. Have you met it yet? Have you fully met yourself yet? All of you. Don't forget what I said. No matter what happens as this energy moves forward, if this is a relationship, don't forget to spend time being connected to yourself. Never give all of yourself to a relationship that you lose your connection with yourself. Okay? Have you met it yet? Have you fully met yourself yet? All of you. Step into your full self, your full realized power. This card reminds you to go outside your comfort zone in the name of growth. Unfurling can be terrifying. For you are for you are allowing others to see the deepest, most vulnerable parts of you. But those parts are also the most powerful. This is where real magic happens, in the unfurling. Okay? And then we have beauty. Cherish your own beauty. 3. Cherish your own beauty for yourself first and foremost. A rose blooms not for validation, but for the pure pleasure of self realization. Embrace your beauty and your full potential simply because you deserve it. You deserve to feel your most authentic, light, beautiful self. This card also signifies that it is time to focus on self love, on pouring your time and energy into fulfilling your own cup. Ask yourself, what do I find beautiful? What makes me feel most beautiful? What brings me pleasure? How can I feel better right in this moment? Okay. So both of these cards are really pointing out, even if you are trying to move a relationship or a connection further, stay connected to yourself and never forget to continue working on your own growth. Okay. All right. And now we're going to do a twin flame ascension card. And these can be a little tough love in the messages, but I love a tough love message. Those are the best ones. Okay. Spirit, one card of advice, please. And this deck is very interesting because it will not let a card out until the card it wants comes out. One card, please, Spirit. Okay. One card of advice, please, Spirit. Thank you. The generator, staying grounded. Okay. As we were talking about here, staying connected to the earth, keeping our expectations where they need to be so that we don't get in this headspace. Okay. And the universe doesn't have to bring us tower moments. Okay, hold on. 4, 4. Your energetic vibration is elevating, so it is important that you stay grounded. As you maneuver through life situations, collecting soul fragments along the way will help you remain in balance. Staying centered harnesses the power to generate high frequency energy, which is used for a greater purpose. The generator card indicates that your inner masculine needs to stand up, speak up, and show up for your inner feminine desires. This will help you stay empowered while remaining in balance. Feeling secure from within will attract energetic presence to your divine masculine's energy and open you up to receiving their support in your physical world. Their magnetic presence will provide a strong foundation to bring your creative intelligence to reality. Practice finding stillness amid chaos. This helps your inner cosmos stay in harmonic balance as you align with the essence of who you are becoming. Connect with nature, walk barefoot in the grass, practice visualization to anchor your inner light into Mother Earth, and meditate on a regular basis. Okay? So, going back to what I was saying before, what might be keeping things stagnant right now is being too much in the feminine energy and getting caught up in emotions, and it's kind of overriding your logical masculine energy, that part of our brain that stays in a little bit more grounded in reality. So moving forward, focus on that. Is this am I talking about something that is realistic, or am I talking about a fantasy? Am I working towards something that I can actually achieve with somebody else through hard work and effort and manifest it? Or am I kind of not, you know, in reality here? So keep focusing on that, okay? And that spirit's really pointing that out, that no matter how much you want to cultivate a relationship, never forget to keep working on yourself, okay? Because you're bringing yourself into that relationship, and think to yourself, realistically, would I pick me? Would I be with me in this way of thinking, or would I drive myself crazy? I'm going to give you a story real quick, and I'm going to do it as quickly as possible. But when I married my ex-husband, okay, when we got engaged, I put pressure on him. I said, I'm moving to Santa Cruz, California if you don't want to get married. Because at that point we had been together probably 7 years or so. And I'm like, I'm not going to stay in this relationship and stay in this location that I didn't want to be in if the relationship wasn't moving forward. And on top of it, all of my friends were getting married and I felt left out, which is super immature of me. Okay. Not being genuine. I really was like, well, everyone else is getting married and we've been together the longest. And why aren't we married yet? And comparing and not coming at it from a very mature place. Okay. So he ends up asking me to marry him. What I received was a husband that didn't want to be married. Okay. I got what I wanted. I got it. But he told me he wasn't somebody that felt like marriage was for him and he didn't really want to be a husband. And so by forcing it, I got a husband that in his action showed me he did not want to be married. Okay. So immature of me, I've learned my lesson and I've told tons of people, if you're getting engaged, whether you're asking the man or you're asking the woman, it doesn't matter to me, or you're marrying a man, two men and two women getting married. I don't care what the scenario is. If both people are not in alignment with the same goal and want to be married, then don't do it. Because unless somebody comes to you from their own heart and says, I want to marry you, you're the person for me, I want to be with you, and they're not being manipulated or forced and guilted, and families are guilting them and they're feeling pressure from you or whatever, unless it's completely genuine from their heart, there's a good chance that it's not going to be this amazing 10 of cups. Okay. All right. So I'm just, some life lessons here from an old lady. All right. And you might be older than me and still experiencing that. I did a reading yesterday for a woman that's turning 60. Her birthday is the day after mine. I've been reading her cards for years and, she's having relationship issues. So, it's up to us to kind of take control of the situations in our life and take control of where we're contributing to the difficulties. Okay. I hope this reading was helpful. I will talk to you very soon. Have a beautiful day. I'm so happy for you. This looks absolutely like wonderful energy. Okay. Bye bye.